gonna stay in the kitchen. And maybe we're gonna make, how about some coleslaw to go with those amazing Legal Seafoods crab cakes. John Florell is the man who's gonna hook us up because we have, this is not just a mandolin slicer. This is the ultimate mandolin slicer.
This is the ultimate mandolin.
And you have a 3-piece SnapFit peeler set.
It comes with it, all by Progressive, the PL8 line, the plate line, which is the top of the line when it comes to all kinds of, with all kitchen tools. The 3-piece set snaps together like this. You've got a straight peeler, you've got a serrated peeler, and you've got the julienne peeler. But let me show you the mandolin first, because this mandolin will save you so much time in the kitchen. And that's the thing, cooking doesn't take time. It's the preparation of the food in the kitchen that takes the time. But this blade on the machine is razor sharp stainless steel blade, okay? It cuts everything but bad habits and taxes. And it's razor sharp. Now, there's two different knobs, all right? One here, this adjusts the thickness of your slice. And you can see each time I turn this platform drops down. That adjusts the thickness of your slice from thick, medium, super medium, and then thin, and then all the way up to super thin. And then it's got a safety, so you can't cut yourself when you're storing the machine. Now, I want you to notice right here, there's a bar that I slide forward, and that puts the julienne teeth up, which do all your mincing and dicing. Now, I tell you what, I've sold and demonstrated and taught chefs how to use mandolins for years. This is by far the best quality mandolin I've ever seen. And I'll tell you why. You can literally do just about everything with this. It's so simple to use. You just take a potato, tomato, onion, whatever you wish, start at the top of the machine, slide it down to the bottom, back up to the top, down to the bottom. All you do is brush it back and forth, and you get perfect uniform slices. Now, here's the difference between this machine and every other machine I've seen out there. It's the safety of it. The blade on this machine is razor sharp, like I said, but that's why we give you the safety holder. There's 4 stainless steel prongs and a button on top that pops up when the food goes inside. Now with this guide that the safety holder fits over, you put one finger on top of that button, and that feeds it down to the end so you don't waste anything. It'll take it right down to the very last slice. So with no waste and no fingers, look at this. Each slice comes out perfect and uniform for your pan fries or home fries, for raw fries or cottage fries. I mean, look at that. Perfect uniform slices. There's no way that you could do that with a knife. But here's probably the hardest thing you'll ever have to slice in the kitchen, because nobody ever seems to have a knife sharp enough.
I know.
But with this machine, that razor sharp blade, again, all you do is move your arm up and down. Whether you're left-handed, right-handed, it makes no difference. Look at this, right down to the end, but you get perfect slices for your salads, for sandwiches, for backyard barbecued hamburgers. Here, I've got a big sub up here.
Yes, you do.
We'll decorate the sub with these nice, beautiful slices of tomato. And you know, if you like the slice, but you want it thinner, here's how simple this is to change. Again, right here on the machine, all you do is adjust the slice. Now I can go thinner, or thinner yet, or super thin, and I'll tell you what you're gonna love this for things like, if you do any pickling, like for bread and butter pickles, or for cucumber and onion salad, or maybe you want to nickel down some carrots for canning or sliced beets for pickling. I'll tell you what, beautiful paper thin slices each and every time. You really can't make a mistake. And you know, Alice, professional chefs spend years in culinary school trying to learn how to control a knife. With this machine, it takes the guesswork out of cooking in the kitchen. And when you get close to your fingers, because of that safety holder, now you don't have to worry about your fingers. I mean, we've all had those, you know, those tools that we use in the kitchen, like that old 4-sided tin can knuckle buster that we've all slipped on, where you take a nail or a knuckle off the end. Here, one of these things, right? We've all used one of these before. There's nothing to protect your fingers. But with this safety holder, it takes it right down to the very last slice. So with no waste and no fingers, you get perfect slices each and every time. Now, the way I love this too, the reason I love this machine so much is just for onions. Watch this, because just for onions alone, watch what it does. Perfect salad slices for your onions, or for sauteed peppers and onion, or steak and onion, liver and onion, potatoes and onion. I mean, every time you want to slice onions, you're going to think about this machine, because it saves you so much time, and the job's done so fast, you don't even have time to cry.
And you're not,
I mean, look at those slices.
And you're not
Paper
wasting
thin, perfect
anything.
slices.
That's the end of the onion. Who does that? But I wanted you to see just, if we could, just how thin.
I know, it comes out paper thin.
Paper thin. You can almost see through it. I mean, it's so perfectly done. And it's not ripped and it's not shredded. You see, especially even with your tomatoes, the tomato is so perfectly cut. That's what's different about it, okay? That's why people love mandolins. It makes it so much easier. This is the hard part of cooking, the prep work. So take all of that hard part out and get to work and do it fast, but do it better. And by the way, $16.65, free shipping and handling, all kitchen.
Wow.
All kitchen, all food. You guys have got to go to hsn.com and shop.
Look
all
at the coleslaw we just made.
And all food is going to be free shipping and handling today. So stock up. Huge customer pick on this. You do have colors, white, green, and black available, but very limited quantity. I have 1,700 of these before it completely sells out.
Oh, wow. Look at this. I mean, here's what this machine was originally designed to do over 100 years ago in Germany. They were originally made as cabbage shredders for making sauerkraut, but you're going to love it for coleslaw, too. And here's how that works. I just did a half a head of cabbage in a matter of seconds, but here, I'm gonna do that. I did this more for like noodles and cabbage. It's kind of a coarser shred, but watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move it one notch thinner and watch the difference here, because for cabbage coleslaw that comes out light and fluffy, long and stringy, this stuff will, it's like it'll just melt right into your mouth. It comes out more like shredded wheat than shredded cabbage. And you can do this simply with this machine. I mean, look at that. Any finer than that, that would blow away if there was a breeze in here. You know, it comes out perfect.
If you go to the grocery store and buy it pre-done, number one, it's going to have a little brown around the edges. It's going to be dry. Fresh is better. Do it yourself, and plus they'll charge you like 3 times because they shredded it. Okay.
Oh, but here's the difference.
Because they used a mandolin.
Watch this. Here's how versatile this tool is, Alice. And again, plate is the best of the best. I mean, quality. All these are stainless steel parts. It's got flip-up legs underneath here, so you can store it away right in your knife drawer. I want you to see this. This is all the room it takes up in your kitchen drawer. Now, when you see it every day, you'll use it every day. So we want you to keep it right in your kitchen drawer. And I'll tell you what, all you do is pop the legs up like this. Now, what I've done here is I've slid this arm up to raise up the 2 rows of julienne blades. And what that's going to do to your cabbage now, instead of coming out shredded, it'll mince it into little pieces. Perfect for your deli style coleslaw like you get in the restaurants. But instead of buying, you know, well, look at this. Now you can make it fresh, and it's done literally in seconds. I mean, that comes out perfect. And you know where you're going to love this, what you'll love this for? The way it minces onions. I always say if the only thing you'll ever use this machine for is onions, it's worth the price of admission just for the onions alone. Now, I'm going to put the safety tray back on here. This little slide, this is like a guide. It makes it so simple for you to use. All you do is put an onion in the safety holder, brush it back and forth, you push down on that button, it takes it right down to the root end so there's no waste. But I want you to look at this. You get a perfectly minced onion for tuna fish, for chicken salad, for homemade meatloaf, on taco night. You'll love this machine. And you know what? Now, something solid, it won't mince. Here, I'll show you this real quick. I gotta buzz through here because there's a super feature on this that you're gonna love.
We're buzzing through the red.
For
if you
celery.
want the red, final 200 if you want the red.
Look at how fast you can chop celery with this machine. You can do one stalk at a time or the whole bunch. And the difference, if I run it through this way, now instead of coming out chopped, it's coming out in celery spears for like a stir fry or for wok cooking or for making your own vegetable trays. But here's the difference. And again, watch this. I'm gonna drop this down. I'm gonna go to a thick slice, and then I'm gonna slide these teeth back up. I'm gonna take this tray off, and look at this. Even for taking corn off the cob, 4 or 5 rows at a time, for creaming or steaming, for boiled or buttered corn, for relishes or chowders, even just as a corn stripper, for taking corn off the cob, instead of using a butcher knife where the corn kernels fly all over your kitchen, in your hair and your eyebrows, you end up with corn kernels in the ceiling. If you've ever tried to do this with a knife, I'll tell you, it's a pain in the kitchen. But look at this. There's 2 cobs of corn perfectly done, and I'm not done yet. Hey, listen, if you like French fries, watch this. I'm gonna pop up the blades with the teeth, and I'm put this on the thickest slice. Here, I'll use a safety holder, and take a look at this. If you use it for nothing but making French fries and chopping onions, you're gonna love this machine. You can make French fries by the mounds. You'll make them by the pounds. Here, I'll put this little guide back on here, because when you get close to your fingers, your fingers are always protected. There's no waste, and you get perfect shoestring French fries. Now, you can also do that with carrots for carrot sticks, or make zucchini spears for a vegetable tray. You can get as creative as you like with this machine, but watch this. Here's something this machine will not, no other machine will do, okay? And I've seen, listen, like I said, I've demonstrated tons of mandolins in my lifetime. 30 years I've been doing this.
The quality of this
Watch
one is really exceptional.
I'm gonna flip this up. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
There's a little tab here. You flip this up. I'm gonna flip the blade over, and now instead of a straight slicer, here, I'm gonna put this back down. Let me move some of those vegetables out of the way. Put that back down, and now, instead of a straight slicer, you get a ripple slice.
Look at you.
Look at that. So now you can make those ripple potato chips. You can do the fancy cuts on your beets or apples or cucumbers. Here, you wanna do some cucumber slices rippled like that? You can adjust the slice by adjusting the knob on the side. Here, we'll go a little bit thinner. Look at this. Perfect for cucumbers, for pickling, or even for a relish tray with a sour cream or an avocado dip. With those ridges on there, they hold more dip.
Yes, yes they do.
And here's a really cool thing. If you look right here, there's pictures on the side, okay? I don't know if we can get in close enough on those, but it actually tells you what it will do right along the side of this. So if you want to do the ripple cut, you set it there. If